Watch for this rainbow coin. It might look like just pretty colors, but some collectors pay big money for natural toning. Let's talk about what makes these coins valuable and what to avoid. Starting off with this first coin, it is a 1909 wheat cent coin. Now, if you didn't know, 1909 was the first year of issue for the Lincoln cent coin. Now, right off the bat, you're going to see this very vibrant purplish pink color going on here. Now, when I first saw this coin, I said, wow, that coloration is pretty out of the ordinary, pretty crazy. Right? Well, here's the thing. Unfortunately, there are some bad actors out there that will see videos like ours and say, hey, I'm going to try to artificially tone a coin to try to make it worth more money. These guys sometimes get away with it. PCGS is a third-party grading company who are professionals at what they do. They designated this coin as questionable color, so even if this coin does have genuine color to it, unfortunately, it got a questionable color designation, which will negatively impact the value. A naturally toned, colorful rainbow coin has the chance to be worth a lot of money. This penny coin sold for $124. Wow, check out this beautiful coin. It's a 1912 1 cent wheat penny graded by PCGS at a proof 65 brown. This coin sold for $1,080. Now, an interesting thing about toning is that it all really comes down to the lighting that you're using. If you're looking at just the coin in the holder without any special lighting, you can see it looks like a relatively normal coin, but once you put it in that special lighting, the coin really comes to life. You can see this beautiful purplish, blue, pink color going on with the orange of the coin on the bottom half side of the coin. Just a nice looking coin overall. And what proof coins are essentially, back in the day, the US Mint would produce a proof coin to show what the coin should look like in an ideal state. Now, when they're producing hundreds of millions of these coins, they don't have the time or resources to produce beautiful looking coins, especially if these coins are meant to go out in circulation, which the majority of them were meant to go out in circulation. This coin sold for $1,080 with this beautiful toning. $8,400 for this 1940 D 5 cent Jefferson nickel graded by PCGS at a mid-state 68 with the full steps on the back. Full step designations happen on uncirculated coins, and what it means is that that step area on the back center is the highest point in the coin. It gets worn down the quickest, and during the minting process, it's the hardest area to strike. On top of that, this coin got graded by PCGS at a 68. That is only 2 points away from the perfect grade of 70. This coin also has some pretty nice toning going on the bottom half side of the coin. This coin, once again, sold for $8,400. $5,520 for this 1942 5 cent coin Type 1 graded by PCGS at a mid-state 67 plus with the full steps. There's not really a crazy amount of toning going on with this coin. However, it does have a nice steel blue looking tone all around it. It's pretty consistent, it's pretty mellow. However, some collectors really do enjoy the more mellow toning. They don't want these crazy rainbow-esque looking features. Now, if you didn't know, the way toning actually happens is the way that the coin is stored. Based upon what the coin is stored in, where it is stored, and the air will react with the metals in the coin, causing a discolored look. Now, toning can either positively or negatively impact the value of your coin. This coin, because it graded very highly and has the full steps, it sold for $5,520. Moving right along to the Roosevelt dime. This coin was graded by NGC at a mint-state 68 star with the full bands on the back. This 1946 San Francisco issued coin has a very vibrant toning going on at the left-hand side of the coin. Toning like this can be very, very valuable, and collectors really want to get their hands on something like this. This coin sold for $1,200. Moving right along to this 1947 D coin, you can see this orange, red, yellow toning happening with this coin. PCGS graded this coin at a mint-state 68 with the full bands on the back. So if you don't know already, what full bands means is if you want to look at that torch, there are horizontal bands at the top and bottom of the coin on that torch. Now, the full bands are similar to the full steps in the sense that they're the highest point, they get worn down the quickest, and they're the hardest area to strike during the minting process. This coin has some pretty vibrant toning, and it sold for $2,640. $11,400. Can you imagine selling a Washington quarter for that much money? Well, this person did, with this 1957 25 cent Washington quarter graded by PCGS at a mint-state 68. This coin also has what we call a CAC sticker. So after the coin gets graded, someone can send their coin to a company called CAC, and they will evaluate the grade. If they think the grade is in really good condition and they agree with the grade, what they'll do is they will put a CAC CAC sticker on the holder. Now that CAC sticker naturally will increase the value of the coin just because that is what the coin collecting community has agreed as acceptable. They trust CAC and their CAC sticker will increase the value of the coin. This one, without pointing the elephant out in the room, I mean, look at the toning on this coin. It is crazy rainbow toning. Collectors will pay big money for something like this. This one sold for $11,400. $16,800 for this 1944 25-cent Washington quarter graded by PCGS at a mint state 68. Now when I'm looking at the toning of this coin, it feels like I'm looking into the universe. There is stars and space and beautiful colors. Something like this will dramatically increase the value of the coin. This is a high graded coin with a CAC sticker. It sold for $16,800. Kennedy half-dollar coin. So this is a genuine 50-cent piece by the United States Mint. 1967 50-cent piece. NGC graded it at a mint state 67 star. The star essentially means by NGC that the coin has very good eye appeal. Eye appeal just means the way the coin is looking. This one has a nice rainbow toning around the edge area of the coin. This one sold for $1,320. $5,160 for this 1964 50-cent Kennedy half-dollar. NGC graded it at a mint state 68. Once again, you've got some nice toning and a high grade. That's why it sold for $5,160. Holy cow, look at the coloration on this coin. This is a proof Ike dollar. So this is a $1 coin from 1977. Proof coins are essentially made one by one by mint employees with a higher pressured machine just to show off what the coin really should look like in an ideal state. So San Francisco issued this coin. PCGS graded it at a proof 68. That is 2 points away from the perfect grade of 70, but the coloration on this coin is out of this world. I mean, look at the colors. You get the purples, the blues, the orange, the yellow. This is the definition of a rainbow coin, in my opinion. Just look at the coloration. Once again, $2,160. 1974 S $1 Ike coin graded by PCGS at a proof 67. Not much to say here, just a very beautiful looking coin. It almost looks like the core of a planet. This one sold for $720. We do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We will see you in the next one.